Ranch Barbecue. I was just recently tagged by Cooking with CJ in the Rib Candy Challenge video. Now, this challenge is where you make some ribs. They can be baby back, spare ribs, St. Louis style, whatever. And you put the glaze on them to make them look like rib candy. It was started by Kirby's Fish and Grill, and I believe he used some cherry Jolly Ranchers that he cooked down and put that as the main part of his glaze on those ribs, and they look good. Well, this is my response to being called out by Cooking with CJ. So this is my Rib Candy Challenge video. Y'all come with me. Also, stick around at the end. I'm going to talk to you about a cause that we got going on that I need to tell you guys about. So stick around to the end. You know, for this Rib Candy Challenge video that I was tagged in, we're going to do some St. Louis ribs. And I got just a regular old $10 rack of Hormel St. Louis ribs. We're going to peel this membrane off. You guys knew that. Get it started with the knife over there. Take your paper towel. Grab a hold of that membrane. And just pull it off. If you get lucky, it comes off all in one piece just like it dang near did just now. That's awesome. Love that. Make it look pretty a little bit. Just like that. Trim that piece off like that. And we're good. Then all we're going to do, we're going to take our mustard, shake it up. Don't want mustard piss all over it. Rub that in. Sure get it all up under that flap of meat too. Oh. We're going to take our rub and just sprinkle it on. Alright, we're going to take the other side. Mustard. Rub that mustard up on there. Rub. Want a good coating on this side. This is going to give it a great color. It's going to give it that nice barbecue flavor. Alright, you see that beautiful color? Alright, now we're going to let those sit and sweat while I go get the fire started in my Weber. Alright, we've reached the 3-hour mark on these ribs. I'm fixing to pull them off of the kettle and put them here on this foil, and we're going to go ahead and wrap them up and throw them right back on. What I do for these is I've got some butter here. We're going to take and put some pats of butter down right in the middle of this foil. Just like that. We're going to do it from about there to about there. I got chickens and cats hovering around me right now wanting some of this delicious goodness that I'm making.
Right.
So I got to be real careful with what's going on here and who's paying attention to what I'm doing. You can take that back in if you want. So we're going to put some butter down. I got some brown sugar, just regular dark brown sugar. We're going to go ahead and sprinkle on there. Don't be afraid to use a fair amount of it. You'll be all right. Got these little tiny molasses clumps in there. They'll be okay. I like to pull what I can out anyway. Alright, got the brown sugar down on there. Wrap the brown sugar back up. Be sure and put your rubber band back around it. Alright, now we're going to take and we're going to put our ribs on there. And of course the wind picks up right. Damn it. Wind decides to pick up right. And I like to put them meat side down on the butter and brown sugar. Put that up. We're going to pour some Dr. Pepper in there to help keep them moist. Just like that. Then we're going to wrap them up real tight. Just like that. We got them wrapped up nice and tight. And then we're just going to throw them back on. Okay. Now for this, we're going to make our special homemade barbecue sauce / glaze for these ribs. This is what's going to turn them into a rib candy. The way we're going to do that is we got a little saucepan here. And we've got some... We're going to throw some ketchup in there. Shake it up first. Just some regular old red ketchup. Now, I'm not measuring this out. We're doing this to taste. Alright, we got some red ketchup. Just a little bit of yellow mustard. We'll go ahead and turn our heat on a lowish to medium heat. And for our other liquid, we've got some rice wine vinegar. It's best if you use apple cider vinegar, but I don't really have any apple cider vinegar handy. I forgot to get some. So we're just going to use rice vinegar. It works just the same. About like that. Stir it all up. Got a good mix going on there. Now you want a low temperature because you want to be sure to not burn this. Alright. Got that stirred up. Now we're going to add a little bit of chili powder. Maybe. Stir it in. add just a touch of paprika. Get that stirred in. I'm going to add some brown sugar. Fair amount of it. Get that stirred in. Starting to smell pretty good. Starting to smell like a barbecue sauce, actually. Gonna add some garlic powder. I've made this barbecue sauce before, so that's why I kind of know about how much finger measurements to use. A little bit of onion powder. My two secret ingredients. What we're gonna add is some homemade peach jam made with homegrown peaches. Add a fair amount of it. Stir it around. It has been taste test approved by the wife for the flavor. So now we're just going to let it cook down, let it get all incorporated, all the flavors incorporated. I've got it on a very low heat right now. So I'm just going to stir it occasionally until it's done. And I'll bring you back for that process. Alright, y'all stick around. Alright, you guys. We've cooked them unwrapped for 3 hours. They've been wrapped for 2 hours now. We're going to go ahead and take them out and throw some of this homemade sauce that you guys just saw me make and sauce them up. I can't find my barbecue brush, so I'll be using a spoon and just spreading it on with the spoon. Let's see, I'm going to need these. Bam. Got those put in the right spot right there. Alright. Now we're just going to sauce them up. They're incredibly tender. So I may not let them go a full hour after this. Pour some sauce on there. We'll set that right there for now. And we'll just rub this glaze on. We want it fairly thin all over. Alright. And there you go. Now we're going to let them go just long enough for that sauce to set up on there. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and pull them off. Alright, y'all stick around and we'll do the unveiling. Alright folks, here we are. These ribs have been pulled off of the smoker. They are done. They're tender enough. They may be a little too tender for what I would like for a competition, but we're fixing to find out. They did break right there. You can see one end kind of fell off, but that was because I was trying to pick them up with tongs and didn't have the tongs far enough on them to keep them steady. So they got a nice bend in them. The glaze looks pretty good. It could have been a little bit thinner and got a little bit more shine on them. But to recap, what we did was we pulled the membrane off, threw that hog knuckle rub on there, then we put them in the Weber kettle at between 230 and 240 for the entire cook. Cooked them for 3 hours, pulled them off, wrapped them. Every hour, also before I wrapped them, I did spritz them with Dr. Pepper. At the 3 hour mark, I pulled them off and wrapped them. I left them wrapped for 2 hours. In the wrap, I put pats of butter and some brown sugar and some more Dr. Pepper. Alright. After 2 hours, I took them out and unwrapped them. Threw them back on the Weber kettle. Now, when I threw them back on the Weber kettle, I took that homemade peach barbecue sauce that I showed y'all how to make just a minute ago, and I brushed them on. I brushed it on these ribs to give them a glaze, and hopefully to add some good flavor to it. We'll see. The sauce tasted good. We'll see how it tastes with this hog knuckle rub that we did. So anyway, without further ado, let's cut into these and see what we got going on. We'll cut right here in the middle. Well, actually, we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll flip them over so we can see where the bones are. They are definitely sticky. And we'll just give a little cut. Give a little cut. Give a little cut. And we got 2 good cut ribs here. We'll flip them back over and see what we got. I need a paper towel. They look like they may fall off the bone, which wouldn't really be great for a competition. You want to be able to bite it clean off of the bone but not fall off the bone. So we'll see. We'll find out here in just a second when I give these a shot. So we'll go ahead and we'll go with this one right here. Pull that out closer. You can see they're plenty juicy. Got a good glaze and a good bark. A little bit of a smoke ring. Let's take a little bite here and see what we got. They're delicious. It did bite clean off of the bone. Not much resistance though. Let's turn it around, grab another meaty part, and let's see what we got. Now, it's a little too tender for competition. It's great for how I'd like to eat them, but they are almost totally fall off the bone. So, man, they're good though. That sauce is excellent. Man. Alright, y'all. This has been my my contribution and my answer to the challenge that Cooking with CJ threw out for the rib candy challenge. He challenged me to do my best rib candy video, and this is what I came up with. And in the challenge, you are, excuse me, you are supposed to challenge 3 other people. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to challenge Leprechaun TV. You've been called out to do this rib challenge video. 1984 Barbecue. You've been called out to do this rib candy challenge video. And how about Cooking with Webby? Yeah, we'll do Cooking with Webby. Let's see your best rib candy video. And I'll put the links to all 3 of their channels, as well as Cooking with CJ, up in the description of this video. And y'all go check them out when they get their videos up. So, anyway, this has been another episode of Roundhouse Ranch Barbecue. I hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Stick around real quick for just a little bit after I sign off. I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about an organization that I'm going to be doing a charity competition for, or with, in October. So y'all stick around and let me talk to you about that real quick. And we'll go from there. Thank you.